Jeez Louise, I didn't realize I was on the stream, bruh. Well, not on stream, I wasn't even on the mic. I was talking this whole time. I had my thing on mute. Well, I'm here. Your boy is here. One of the games that I did buy, I bought Returnal. Resident Evil, we just gonna have to see. I know Resident Evil, I'm supposed to be waiting on an $800 check from the CARES Act, like, cause I'm a college student, and then they have like free money out here, and I really don't have any expenses and whatnot. You know, I'm gonna save some, put some off to the side. You know, I sold off, I'll say, a majority of my stocks that I invested in, and so far I definitely made, out of the stuff I did, I probably made $200 off of penny stocks. I'm doing really good, so. I don't know. Some of the stuff, I'm glad I got my money while I did. Because a lot of stuff was just pumped and dumped, so. Like, for instance, Zomedica, Sundial Growers, those stocks really went down a lot. Because at one point, I think, like, Sundial Growers went up to, like, $2.20 at its highest. And right now, last time I checked, it was like $1.19. Before, like when I first invested in it, like it started at the beginning of the year, it was like 93 cents. So it's still kind of, you know, it's still kind of there ultimately, but like I feel like you should get your money and run at least while you can. The same thing with like, you know, the COVID vaccine, people invested in Moderna. Moderna was worth what, $180 at max. Now it's like around $126. And like I think like 2 to 3 weeks ago it was like $146. I actually pay attention to it. The only thing I wouldn't say invest in, like, you know, you just trying to just see your money, don't invest in something like GameStop. GameStop is good, but I probably should have definitely invested in GameStop. But I didn't have my stuff, and well, my bank didn't allow me to invest and stuff like that. I had to get like all sorts type of stuff, call the bank to let me do stuff, invest. But I got that straight, so I definitely made some money. I'm still laughing about somebody give me stock advice, and I definitely have made. And I listen to this person, I trust them dearly. Like, been trying to get them on Fortnite just so I can talk to them, not about stocks, just in general. That's just kind of my thoughts. Like, there's definitely some stocks people should keep the eye on. But, you know, definitely too. Another one, I just sold my stocks in them today, but I definitely make money off them too, is Grand Tierra Energy. It's like this energy company out in like Colombia or South America rather. And, you know, they pumped and dumped them too. They got them really high. Like, I doubled my money, and I got some stock, and then they just basically, they went down too. They went down too, so. And I bought some more in them, like some more shares. But they kind of rebounded, but they only went up like, maybe like, I would say only up like a cent. They only went up like a cent. Well, not really a cent, but up to like 7 cents. Because like before I was invested in them, they were like going for like 68 cents, and then dropped down a little bit. Now it's like 70 cents. When I first invested, it was like 63 cents. Now it's up to 70 cents, and the value went up, 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 and then it just went down to another stock that I would say that was pretty decent for a while. Uh, Tanzanian Gold. Basically, their stock is terrible now. It was up to like $1. I got my money back. Yeah, but I definitely got my money to a certain extent with them. And, same thing happened. I got my money. I did lose some money because I basically, when it hit like $1 or so, like $1.20 or like $1.40, I let it drop to like $1.20 and then got my money before it completely collapsed. I didn't have any knowledge, but I just saw that and I was like, I'm gonna get my money, be out. But stocks is not necessarily a thing that I would suggest people to like invest in. Not unless it's something that is like seriously like something big. I wish it was just basically a startup or something like that's doing something like really nobody's heard about. It's just kind of underground. And people are supporting it. You don't really hear that much about it because it's like they need people to invest in it. And I'll most definitely be invested into it to a certain extent. I'm not going to put a lot of money out there, but it's just something to think about. Because money is money. You feel me? Like, if someone said spend $500 in Dogecoin or something like that, Dogecoin is not going to go up anytime soon. At least, that's a long-term investment. It's not something, somebody with some money, like, they make like what? Let's say $5,000 a month. They're not going to miss $500. Somebody like me, we need all that $500. We need all that $500 and then some. Like you feel like because am I honest? There's a lot of stuff like bills. You got to think about food, that type of thing. Luckily, I still live with my parents, so I don't have to really worry about utilities and stuff like that. And then housing is one thing too. I feel like there's a lot of practices and stuff along with just other things that could cause people not to really think. Like for instance, let's think about there's a lot of crappy places rather, cheap. Like you can probably find an $800 apartment, but it doesn't come with any amenities. And some stuff it works out. Like utilities come. But like you think about, just your living arrangement, you really have to start thinking more about stuff. Just with anything too, like you might have to pay somebody to come in there and install like your other stuff. Like your how can I put it this way? You have to basically pay somebody to come in there and manage, not really manage, but help you install certain stuff like your laundry machine, that type of stuff, or get that fixed out. And that's another thing you have to think about too. You gotta get express permission. Dang. Jesus Christ. go back in that thing. Before, I was over the world and the crap. Crafting. Alright. I'm not gonna really focus on the weapons because that's just a minimal thing. I feel like right now. The main thing we're gonna focus on is just trying to get to the next zone. Or not get sandwiched rather. I got this Tesla International Business. I don't even know how that's even. I didn't even know we even had a test. That's the funny thing about it, because all last week I did not have class. When I mean I didn't have class, I didn't have class at all, and I don't skip class or anything like that. The only time in my whole days of college, I probably only missed like maybe 2 days of class. That's because I was sick, and then I had a hospital visit for like migraines and stuff like that. So only 2 times that really I'm in school. But I've been healthy, I've been exercising and stuff like that. Trying to manage my diet correctly, get enough sleep, definitely doing some lifestyle adjustments. So, all that being said, what's up, Z? What? Are you kidding me? I hit that guy for like 130. It didn't help that I was already low. I'll play one more. When Returnal comes out, I definitely will probably be streaming that as well. I got the deluxe edition, so we're gonna be looking forward to that. Now, one of them games that I do not think that I'm kind of glad in a way that I kind of like, I don't know. I never really gave it a full chance, and I kind of want to get back into it, but once again, it's kind of a weak launch title for PS5. I wouldn't necessarily consider it a weak launch title. It's just one of those games where I feel like you can't release three of the same games within the same, not really three of the same games, but basically a game developer publishing three games within a short time frame. Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, and Immortal Phoenix Rising. Them games came out within like both of them released. Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed were launch titles for PS5. I haven't even completely played neither of the games. Watch Dogs was interesting, but I haven't really even checked more into the game just because, you know, it's one of those games. It's not really a baseline of you really playing it and enjoying it. One of the other, I'll say, particular downsides of it too is, you can't wait for online mode. To me personally, I can't wait for online mode for a game. Like, for instance, another reason why 2K, I feel like every year it's been pretty bad. For the last 5 2Ks have been pretty bad. 2K16, it was good. Definitely. 2K16 was good. Are you an OG player? Yeah. I've been playing since 2017, bro. I've been playing since 2017. I can show you. I have the night skins and stuff like that, but I don't have the Black Knight. Because I bought the Battle Pass late, and I didn't understand the concept of the Battle Pass, so every other season, I pretty much have, like, the Battle Pass maxed. The only one that I didn't really play at all was, I think, which one was it? The one with Peely. I have Peely, but I don't have all the stuff. I didn't complete that Battle Pass 100%. But yeah. I was giving my thoughts on PS5. I really have not played that many. Mainly have all the launch titles. I at least gave some games to play. The Pathless, I'm still playing that and find my way into playing that. I think the game was good. The game is, I feel like rather short, and I kind of like that. But it's not worth $40. A lot of games on PlayStation 5 are not really worth the money. Season 2. Yeah, Season 2 was probably the best. My honest opinion. But I kind of miss Fortnite's simplicity. That's the one thing I will say. I definitely miss Fortnite's simplicity when building all these different meta and all these different edits on a thing, which is basically on the combat, really. It was all about the combat. You're not getting third party like that. It's just more individual, one-on-one combat. You don't really have to focus on building, fighting 2 to 3 people, all that. Some people can do that. I can't necessarily. I have, and I won, gunfights and stuff like that. But that, if I had to keep on building, and then people just shooting down your build and stuff like that, I don't know, man. And speaking of Save the World, I played the crap out of Save the World. And I got a lot of V-Bucks and stuff by playing Save the World, but now that I'm completely done with it, it's almost no purpose. I got 1,000 V-Bucks just from my logging in. The only thing I do now is just log in. There's no point to really play Save the World. And it's crazy to think how a game was supposed to be Fortnite's original mode, and it's just now, they're not sure what to do with it. And I mean, it did give me like 13,000 V-Bucks because I got the Ultimate Upgrade Pack. But, I definitely would have loved to see what Fortnite could have done with the game if they definitely put some more resources and they didn't divide like the developers. We won't Save the World that would focus on Battle Royale. I feel like that would have been a better product. And then the drip feeding of content. There's a lot of Save the World channels. I don't even know. What's your gamer tag? It's Achilles 2017. Hold on. Is it okay? Game channel not available. It's Achilles 2017. You can't really see it because I'm on PS5. That's the funny thing. Unless I'm in a actual party with somebody not playing solo, you can't really see the HUD. That's the funny thing about it. On PS4, you can see it. And speaking of games that I just beat, I beat in a whole lot of games here recently. Demon Souls, I had to kind of get my way into kind of doing that. But I watched a lot of videos and stuff like that on what I need to do, so on and so forth. But I definitely think that Demon Souls is a fun game. But I kind of like fall out the loop to a certain extent. Like in the last 2 weeks, I defeated like 4 bosses. I was going through the whole game, but there's still a whole lot of stuff that I have to do ultimately. And for what it's worth, I mean, Demon Souls is a strong title, but by now I think it should be on sale. Same thing with Miles Morales. Miles Morales is really good. I got 26 hours out of that. That was really good. Neo 2, I don't even know how many hours I put in there, but I'm assuming it's going to be like maybe like 60 hours. Neo 2 is pretty good. I still have some more stuff to do with that game. However, I definitely should have bought the complete edition, so I don't have to spend any more money. But it is what it is. I hope that Neo at some point goes on sale, so I can just get the game, call it a day, and whatnot, and go on from there. Hitman, I did play that for a while. I'm pretty good at Hitman. I just have not. Hitman's one of them games that you're really going to, even if you think you know the game, there's no correct way to play Hitman. And Hitman is a game about repetition. Like that's a good thing though, because it makes you study like your enemies 100%. Like if you're trying to go for silent assassin suit only, I can get those. But the Dubai mission, that was hard. That was hard. Cause I did get it eventually. But it's one of them things you really have to study. I think they're supposed to do like a DLC drop too for Hitman, but I think it's a little bit too late. I'm gonna leave that thing there. The llama. Just because it's not really an integral part. I'm trying to stream some more games, but right now I don't think that's necessarily a pressing issue. I do play a lot of games. The only thing is I don't stream a lot when I'm playing different games. But so far, I definitely have a majority of the launch titles. Um, some launch titles, the only reason why they probably sell well is just because there's no games out there. When you think about games like Assassin's Creed is way too long. I know the River Raids, that type of update, I mean, that's good, but that's not really a quality of life change for the game. And then Valhalla is like, if you compare all the Assassin's Creeds here recently, I feel like they kind of lost the direction what they want to do. And I heard there's supposed to be like a rumor started, like how Assassin's Creed is trying to do Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think they should try to do that. And nobody asked, specifically for Assassin's Creed to even try to go and do that. But they're going to go with the trend. Hopefully the gameplay mechanics. The thing I will say about Assassin's Creed Valhalla is some of them animations and stuff like that is clunky. And the last time I seriously played Assassin's Creed, and I know this sounds crazy, but the last time I seriously played Assassin's Creed was like on Nintendo DS, like Assassin's Creed 2. That's a long time ago. And then I think I played it like on Xbox at my friend's house. That junk was, it was alright. And I think another pressing thing is 2K. I realized 2K really has nothing going for themselves, and I really need to get going with that. A lot of the top people who like played Park and stuff like that, they're playing my team. To me, that's saying something when the game was just they have no sense of direction. I've had 2K since launch, and it was pretty bad. Bad is an understatement. The game is terrible. Wow, that's funny. I didn't even see that guy, so it is what it is in that component. I don't know if I should install Assassin's Creed back. I don't know if I should install Watch Dogs back. But I don't really think in the long term, a lot of these games are good in a way. Cold War, I don't think it's a great game. I'm pretty good at it, but like the game is lacking content. Like the zombies, the Outbreak, I feel like they just slapped that game together. Outbreak is interesting, I kind of like that, but that's not enough to draw me into the game and be like, okay, this is something that I'm interested in. Like the Seasons Pass. I mean, Seasons Pass, I do like the Seasons Pass because at least the content is free. The Battle Pass and stuff is not free. I'm not buying the Battle Pass. I never really felt pressed to buy the Battle Pass again in Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Like the last Battle Pass that I bought for Call of Duty was like Modern Warfare. And that's like the season where they introduced the Ram 7. That's probably been a long time ago. Like March 2020. I would never buy another Battle Pass from Call of Duty or anything like that. There's just some games I'm just not buying. Call of Duty next year, not buying. 2K next year, not buying. And I'm being dead serious about 2K. 2K is just terrible. Now I don't have like $70 to spend on a beta. I just don't. Or $100. I spend $100 on 2K. That's the funny thing about it. For the Mamba edition, and I got the standard edition for PS5 for free. So that's one of the games I did have, along with Mortal Kombat. Those are my two first games for like PlayStation 5. And I was playing those for a while. And as time went on, I just started playing different games. Like I got Cyberpunk. I played Cyberpunk a little bit. That game got deleted for obvious reasons. The game was still crashed on PlayStation 5. It was optimized for PlayStation 5, but it was just still terrible. I don't know how to explain it. But with all that being said, do I think I'll buy any more games? Probably not. Outside of Back 4 Blood, maybe Resident Evil, gotta check into that. Deathloop, that's probably it. That's probably it for me. I won't probably buy any other games in terms people talk about expansions. Like Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is hilarious because Destiny 2 is another one of them games where they have no idea what they want to do. They're over expanding a game, not really focusing on the core. Like, it's free. I mean, I got Destiny 2 when it was like $5. That was a long time ago. A long time ago. Target was something for $5, and I had like a gift card, I had like $5 left. I saw that Destiny 2 was low. It was that low in the game that just came out. I was like, man, this is pretty bad. And they decided to make the game free. I mean, it worked out. That I can say. I'd rather a game be free, in a sense, but the only thing I don't like is the microtransactions. I got the expansion pass. Mortal Kombat is also another one of them games that, never buy the thing. Never buy like a pack or something like that from them. Because they have like an Ultimate Edition or something like that. You get all this stuff for free. And they're going to probably come out with a reloaded thing. I don't even know if they're going to really do anything. else to the game. I feel like the game is done. And I know they just had a tournament, but it really wasn't well publicized. Sonic Fox won. I did check into that. So I did check into that. He did win, I think, the other day. Because I just saw like an ad or something for it, and I heard about it. But I think fighting games, for instance, I don't really know. They're popular, but it's just Mortal Kombat in itself is just not popular anymore. And I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like that's truth. It's not a pool. If we're talking about Smash Ultimate, that's definitely something that I feel like is interesting. But me personally, I don't think I will own a Nintendo Switch. I don't think I would buy one either. That's just me. I'm not being a console fanboy, but Nintendo probably had the biggest family, like, biggest push for families and stuff like that. Because I definitely had a Wii when they were focused on family-oriented type of stuff and being active. Now it's just like, it's open Pandora's box, you feel me? For like, just handheld devices. And then like, I think the Joy-Cons and stuff like that, it breaks easily. And the thing kind of feels kind of cheap. So, with that being said, I don't really know. And then people talk about Animal Crossing. I think Animal Crossing, different strokes for different folks. I don't think Animal Crossing is a bad game. But for me personally, I know that that's not something I would buy. It's not something I would buy. If I had kids, sure, or something like that. But I'm not having kids anytime soon. So, at least for the next 8 years or whatnot, I'm not having kids. And I'm about to turn 22 in like a few months. But I think a lot of stuff is just not really growing. And what it is for me, especially like at a different stage, I thought games were boring. Like PS5, I was like, there's no games out here. And I know what a certain amount of money I'm willing to pay for a game. Like Godfall. Godfall is not even damn near even worth, $70. That shit is worth like $5 max. What? And then I get killed like that. That's hilarious. The bloom and stuff like that, it can be random. I'm not gonna make an excuse or anything like that, but it's whatever. The time is it now? Damn, it's 10:16. I probably have time for one more. Then I have to go. Because I got class at 8 and I have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. And I basically get out at 3:45? And it is what it is. And then I gotta go talk to my advisor about how I can get pre-registered for fall classes. And then basically, the funny thing is, I was supposed to actually graduate. I never failed any classes or anything like that, but they don't offer courses at a particular time for whatever reason. And I was in classes. I was supposed to take them, but then again, I guess the school had to figure out some stuff. They didn't have people to teach the class, whatnot. So I'm staying an extra semester, but I'm probably only taking 4 classes or whatnot. Do the minimum thing to be considered a full-time student. So I'll probably take a French class, my 2 other classes and call it a day. French is an A. I speak French. I speak French pretty decently. Now, I've been studying French for a year. Since the pandemic started, I've definitely been on my French and learning it. You know, I think I'm basically intermediate now with my French, so still a lot of stuff that I basically have to learn. But you know, it's definitely the thing about learning a language. There's a lot of stuff that you know nobody's going to. A lot of stuff is more practical than an actual thing. Like for instance, Spanish. There's people who talk Spanish so fast you can't even understand, but it's so natural for them to speak that fast because just the way stuff is. But sometimes you gotta tell people to slow down. I speak Spanish too, but no, I don't speak it a lot. And I know people talking about why is language a requirement. You know, I think learning a language definitely puts you in a better place because there's a lot more opportunities. But at the same time, I wouldn't tell people that I can, you know, speak French or Spanish or Haitian Creole or stuff like that because, you know, definitely that can, you know, you probably have a little bit more responsibility. Not gonna pay you extra, and a lot of stuff's not pressing, particularly. A lot of stuff's not really pressing, so. And then, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that's more so practical. Like, you're not going to go to and tell somebody to really kind of slow down. You have to kind of adjust to what someone is saying and word by word. Because, like, there's certain stuff, like, there's not really a cognate. You can't really, like a building in French is immobile. That's how you say it. I definitely, I mean, there's a lot of stuff too that you kind of have to understand. Like, you know, definitely time. Time is a little bit different than like speaking it in French. It's definitely a whole lot different. And then you got to say certain stuff. So that's what I never understood. Oh my gosh, see. I'll probably got time for one more. This is seriously my last game, so if I die right here, it's probably over. Man, Hmm, man, it is. It's been a pretty long day for me, honestly speaking. Cause I wake up like at 7 o'clock, and I probably get like 8 hours sleep. Probably get 7, 8 hours sleep. But I worked out for like three hours, so normally, I try to go outside, do an hour. I went outside, but I definitely didn't necessarily have a lot of energy, so I went back and got myself popcorn and donut. Yeah, I know that's kind of interesting. I'll burn that off. What I had for lunch, I had some hibachi food, and it was okay. So, I definitely feel like the games that I got, like I can go and try to see what games exactly that I have. I have Devil May Cry. Let's think about something. Uh, let's see. I have Devil May Cry, Miles Morales, Destiny 2, Assassin's Creed, FIFA, Watch Dogs, Hitman, uh, some other stuff too. Mortal Kombat. Games like that, Call of Duty. All those games I feel like it definitely had a cycle, man. It definitely had a cycle. If it weren't for the fact that I feel like the games were, you know, had a variety. Really, I mean, there's certain games that there's not that many first-person shooters out for one. To automatically gives kind of Call of Duty a competitive advantage. No, I don't feel like there'll be any major, you know, first-person shooters coming out anytime soon. Because Hitman is most definitely not a first-person shooter. Hitman's a third-person game, third-person stealth game. Same thing with well, it's not even a shooter; it's a stealth game. You see, yeah, it's time to go. Peace out, y'all. Peace.